Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Dig it nuts, man. Alright, dang it. Check it out. Today we got a 2008 Honda Odyssey, and what I'm going to do is show you how to replace the infamous door hatch. The door, whatever it's called, roller. Door roller hatch. No, it's not a hatch. Roller. Don't interrupt me.
It's roller.
Don't interrupt me. Okay, but before we begin, I want to give a special shout out to Eric the car guy. Yeah, buddy, because Eric the car guy put a video out on these and it helped me out a lot before I did this job. Thank you, Eric. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing today on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com.
What's up, guys? This is Clay from Coon Trucking, and you're watching Astral Auto Repairs. I got one question to ask you guys. Can you dig it?
Alright guys, here's the door. The door is halfway off and coming down and everything. And we notice up here, it even pulled out of the top track. This thing is really off. Now we go over here, this is the part we're going to be changing. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you're going to see inside there. If you look inside there, right there, there's our roller, all messed up and broken and everything. Alright, the first thing we need to do is get us a jack and get a piece of wood, and we got to secure this door so this door does not drop down anymore and mess something up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, got our jack here. You definitely want to have you a block of wood or something, because you don't want to damage this door right here. And make sure your block of wood is towards the edge over here. The edge of the wood meets the jack. Alright, we're going to jack this up. Make sure it gets right under that door. Okay. And just to hold it in place. That is good. Now, check this out, guys. If your door did not come off the top roller off of here and everything is good with yours, what you want to do is this glass right here rolls down on, this is a manual door, but on a power door, you want to roll this window down and it'll come down about halfway. Hit the button to open the door. The door is going to open up halfway. That is very important. You want to definitely do that. But being that this door is off track and all, man, we in some mess here. All right, the next thing you want to do is open up the passenger door. And let's see if Sylvia's going to be able to, you have to look way down in there. And I'm going to get in there. Stepping all over the door and all, on the seat, like I own it and all. Alright. If you look down, oh, you probably don't even need the light. Yeah.
No, if I can see.
Right there, you see a Phillips screw. See that? See that?
Yeah, I don't need your light though.
You see that, Sylvie?
I don't need your, oh, I guess I did need it.
See, you see?
For the screw, everything else I could see.
Alright. I'm gonna stick my light right here.
No, don't put it there.
You know what?
It's blocking us.
What the heck, man?
How? Okay, fine.
Right
Leave it there.
All right. Get your long screwdriver, and you want to go in there and take that screw out of there.
How do you know this door ain't gonna fall over?
It's not. Astral.
That's how you know?
That's right. That's exactly how I know. You figure we would know that by now. All right. Then we're going to go in there. Get this screw out of there. You might have to get a pair of needle nose or something. This screwdriver is supposed to be magnetic. but that ain't happening. God dang it.
What on earth?
Get aggravated. I know Tim said, Tim, why don't you just go get a magnet and get it? All right, I'm going to get a magnet and get that thing out of there. Be right back. You know what, guys? Check this out. Our big Bill flashlight light right here. Let's cut the light off. The edge of it is a magnet. So I'm going to just reach in there, and it figures. God dang it. Let me go get a magnet.
What happened?
It's too big to go in there.
Oh my gosh.
All right, right back. All right, guys, we got our screw out. And actually, here's the thing right here. We're going to be changing. Look at that roller, man. That is all messed up. All right, the next thing we're going to do, let's get outside the car.
How come you don't go out through the side door?
Tell me which way to go out.
I'm just saying, I figured it'd be easier than climbing over seats.
Don't tell me which way to go out. Dang.
This is why you want Billy Bob back. Because Billy Bob lets you just do silly things.
All right, guys, that's right. Next thing we'll do, let's open up the rear hatch. Open it up until it can't go no more. Then, we'll pop these little caps out right here. Matter of fact, let me go get something to top them out. Be right back. All right, take a little flat screwdriver. You want to put it into that little slot right there. Pop those two out. And what it's going to undercover is 2 bolts. Now, either you can use a Phillips screwdriver, or you can use an 8mm or a 5/16 socket. And what we're going to use is, where the heck is my socket at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're going to use an 8mm deep, 1/4" drive with our cordless drill. Get up in there. Take those out. Now this part right here is really funny, guys. You got to check out Eric's video. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a link in the description. Eric was, let me get on this side for a minute. Eric was, this got to like pull out now. So Eric was pulling this thing, and this all over here broke, and it was just it was just so funny. He took care of it, he glued it on, but it was just funny. So learning from that, we want to put our fingers between our light right here, and hold on to it right here. Don't hold on to this. Hold on to it right here. Pop it right out.
Okay, right out.
That's right. Now what we're gonna do is unplug our 2 lights right here. We got a connector right here. Squeeze the tab towards the connector. Unplug it. The one on the bottom, the tab is right there. Squeeze it towards the connector and unplug it. Now over here, see this little part right here? That sticks into there, and sometimes that get really stuck, and that's what Eric was having a problem with. It was pulling out, and he pulled this right here and broke it, but he, just like I said, he fixed it. The reason why we need to take that off is because next we need a 10mm socket, and I'm going to use a 10mm 1/4" drive shallow socket. We got this 1 bolt right there, so we got to take that bolt off. Take that bolt off, bam. Now, it takes off this whole piece right here, but do not grab and snatch this piece off or you are in trouble. You're going to mess that up. What you got to do is slide it. It's got to slide forward and then out. Turn it over. The reason being because you see that slots right here? This one, actually this one right here. This one and this one, they go onto these clips right here. So, to put this on, I would have to line that up and then slide it back. All right, so let's take that off. We are good to go. Now, this channel right here is where our roller, our new one, sets in. If yours is electronic, you're going to have 2 cables going right here. Matter of fact, let me get the new one and show you what I mean. I'll be right back. All right, here's the new one. The customer got it. Sliding door roller. There's the part number and all. Got it. Let's open this bag up. Throw the box down on the ground. And open this up.
Don't pollute. Give a hoot.
Isn't it don't give a hoot, don't pollute?
Don't pollute. Give a hoot.
It's don't pollute. It's give a hoot, don't pollute.
Don't pollute. Give a hoot.
All right, anyway. you're gonna have cables going right here, and these cables will set into these. Just check out Eric's video, because Eric showed you exactly how to do it, because his was a automatic door, so he showed you how to do it. Ours is not, so we don't have to worry about that. So what we do need to do is put this down. Now what we need to do is open this door more. Right here, because here's our hinge, and we need to do is take off these 2 bolts right here to take off the whole hinge assembly, because the new rollers don't come with this bracket right here. So what we're going to do first, get a rag, we're going to clean this up, and we're going to mark this so we can know where to put this back, because this does move around when you loosen up the bolts. So let's get a marker, and let's get a 12mm shallow socket 3/8 drive with 3/8 drive ratchet. And that one might be kind of tight to get in there. Dang it, hopefully we can get in. Hopefully we can get in there. Be right back. All right, guys, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take a rag and go around there and clean off around the body. Yeah. We're gonna take us a marker, and we're gonna mark, do an outline of that bracket, so we know exactly at what point to put it back. There we go. Okay, and just like I said before, we got our 12mm 3/8 drive socket with a 3/8 drive. I got a swivel ratchet. You can use a straight, but you want to stay away from the body of the car, so the swivel will keep me away from it. And let's go in there. There's 1, 2. All right, let's get these bolts out. Now you see how that bracket moves around and all? Dang, I don't want to move around too much. Mess up my mark. Let's get those 2 bolts out and get that bracket off. The whole thing off. Be right back. All right, we got both bolts out. Remove our bracket. Now both bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about crossing them up. Now you see the openings in the bracket? Remember, that's your adjustment. You mess this up, this door will never open and close properly. That's the reason why we put the marks on the door itself, so we know exactly where that alignment is. Now what we need to do is take this bracket off and put it onto the new roller. Those rollers are messed up. And what happens is these rollers go right inside here like this, and they will rise on the door. And because that top one wears out, that's exactly what happens. It falls right off. All right, so let's get this to the back of the truck and let's change these over. Be right back. All right, guys, now it's time to transfer the new one over to the old. Look at that. Yeah, that looks great. All right, the first thing you want to do is get you a small screwdriver, because you got a little E-clip right there. And you got to be very careful taking this clip off, because this clip will snap off and it'll just jump someplace. Then you'll be lost without it. So you got to put the screwdriver into one of the slots and put your hand right there as a guard, as a guide, a guard rather. And you want to slowly,
So it don't fly.
yeah, and see it, if my hand wasn't there, it would have flew right off. There's our clip right there. Let's put that down right there. Now this pin, sometimes it's like very difficult to come out. So what you want to do, grab you some WD-40. Spray it up. Okay. Now, you want to either put it in a vise or put it with something with a little opening, just like this. Put it just like that. Take a hammer. Pop it right out. You got these little ridges right here. Down in the bottom, that's what's really holding it in place. That's why you got to hit it. And once you get it past that point, you can go ahead and you want to make sure you got your bracket, get the new one, rollers already lined up and all. Pull that pin out. Pull the bracket off. Bring the new one over. Now, before we put this in, take you a little white lithium grease. And we're going to do what's called the 007. Let me get me a Q-tip and I'll be right back. All right, you want to grab your Q-tip. Instead of sticking your finger in there getting all dirty, we call this the 007. The reason why, because a good friend of ours, Mechanic 007, he said, Tim, why don't you use a Q-tip instead of getting your hands all dirty? So I said, you know, Lynn, that's a cool idea. So we call it the 007. And we want to get it into these bushings right here. And this is definitely important, especially if you live in an area with where a lot of rust is. You definitely want something like that. All right, let's put that in there just like that. Take our pin, and if you want, which I'm going to do, put a little lithium up there. Put that, get that lined up in there. Goes all the way through. Turn it over. And this ain't gotta beat this really hard, guys. This is gonna go in there pretty easy. Just tap that in there until it stops. Done. Turn it over. You got your little groove right there for your E-clip. Take your E-clip. And be careful, that E-clip can snap back and you lose it. So be careful and push that in there. Matter of fact, let me get a little screwdriver and do this. Dang it. In place. There you go. Perfect. All right, let's get ready to go and put this onto the door. We'll be right back. See that good?
I'm started already.
Oh. All right, guys. We know this roller is outside of the track, so we're gonna have to do is unbolt this from the door so we can get that back in there. And we got two 12mm bolts, and what we're gonna do is the same thing as the side roller. What we're gonna do is mark this around. And I'm gonna mark it in here just in case this. All right. Now for that, what I'm going to use is a 12mm deep 3/8 drive with a 3/8 drive, my 3/8 drive ratchet, and I'm going to unbolt these two screws. Dang it. All right, let's get both these screws out and we'll be right back. All right, we got one more bolt. Okay, both, let me see now. Let me bring this down here. Okay, both bolts are the same length. Now we notice that this side has a little slot on it, but this one don't. So there really ain't no alignment on this. Let's keep that together. Put our bolts in there. Yeah, unless, you know what, let's go out here. Let's see if how this thing goes in the track up here. All right. Let's see if I can work this. There we go. Now it's into the track. But I'm not gonna bolt that up yet. Let's get our side one in first. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get our roller into the channel first. What we're gonna do is take it, put it up like that, and down.
Can you also start right here at the end? There's an opening right there, so if
No,
you
you
don't
can't
feel
do that.
comfortable
That
doing
don't-
that way,
no, that don't
can't you
work.
come in through here?
No. All right, let's go
Right
up here.
there, look, let's try it.
Let's go up here. Come on.
Can we try it?
Here.
See that? Look at that. Perfect.
All right, we're gonna bring it over. Huh, look at that, man. Okay, what we're gonna have to do now is bring our door open slightly, and which means we're gonna have to drag it along the wood on the jack.
Drag it gently.
Gently. Oh man, look at that, it's coming off already. All right, so let's pull this, let's pick this door up and slide our jack back a little bit. There we go. And now, look at that, right there. Now you see how, look how much we're off though. So what we gotta do now is I gotta jack the jack up
Scary.
to get that lined up. Just enough to get a bolt in there. 1. 2. You want to bring them in just till they get to the hand tight. See, there's a little gap down there, so we need to bring this in just a little bit. And we look in the mark, line it up with our other marks. Alright, that's good enough now to hold that in place. Matter of fact, let's see. Make sure. Yeah, that's good enough to hold it in place. Now what we're going to do is go around here to the other side while that's still holding up the door. And now we're going to go around here and line up and put our 2 bolts into here. Let me get on the other side. Okay. We got us a shim that we don't have to worry about yet. The first thing we need to do is get this lined up and get our bolts started. Okay, once we get them started in there, you having a hard time, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, there is no adjustment on that, so we're good to go. The next we do, take our shim right there, put it across, make sure it goes over both bolts, and then we're gonna go ahead and tighten them bolts up. First thing we do is bring it in closer so I can tighten it up as much as I can by hand.
I need to be like on top.
Then I'm gonna go ahead with my 12mm. Hard for me to see back here as well too. You know what? I'm gonna have to use my 12mm shallow now.
We're gonna take something else.
Tighten them up. Be right back. Alright, we're on our last bolt, guys. And tighten these up. Don't go crazy. As soon as it stops, just tighten that up a little bit more. Great. Look at that. That is perfect. Perfect. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's go out there. And now we can tighten up our brackets on our roller, side roller. Be right back. Alright, guys. Now let's go over here. We got our marks at. We put that mark at. Matter of fact, this is really loose, so let's bring this in a little bit more so it don't move too much. Yeah, look at that. Get our 12mm in place. Get our one side here. Don't strip them out when it stops. A little bit more. Done. Do this one now. Stops. A little bit more. Done. Perfectly lined up. Now what you can do is lower down our jack. Before we put this back together, let's check it out. Make sure it opens. Closes, everything lined up. That is perfect, because if that bracket right there is not adjusted correctly, this door won't even close right. You see, that's looking perfect. So we're not done yet. What we need to do is open this door up till it gets right about there. And if yours, yeah, that's good enough. That can be slid. All right, the next thing we do, what's the next thing, Sivi?
I have no idea. What did you open the door for?
What, we done?
I don't know, are we? I don't know. Are you putting it back together?
Yeah.
Oh, so put the light back.
Put the light back?
Isn't that what you took out last? Or you put the... I don't know. Put the panel back. I don't know.
The molding.
Yeah,
Gotta put
okay.
the molding back. So what we're gonna do
You
is
didn't do a party line.
don't have to.
Well,
What
then
we
how am
gonna
I
do?
supposed to know?
There we go. What we're gonna do, make sure these are lined up with the openings. Put them up there. Slide it back. Locks it into place. Done. We got a 10mm bolt over here. Let's get our 10mm bolt. Perfect. What's next, Ivy?
Oh, for Pete's sakes. The light.
Well, we can put the light, but what we're gonna do now is let's put that screw in on the inside of here.
Okay, I didn't know
Be
there
right
was
back.
one.
All right, guys, for this part right here, we got the door all the way open. So you see the screw in there, the spot we got to put the screw at, and this is a magnetic screwdriver, which is supposed to be last time. And what we're gonna do is keep it up there like that. Get it lined up into there, just like that, and screw that into place. Okay, you just go ahead till it stops, and just a little bit more. Bam, done. All right, then we come back out.
What?
And we're gonna go to the back and put the light in. Be right back. All right, guys, we got our light. Let's hook this up. Now you're gonna have a black and a gray connector. Make sure the gray connector goes to the bottom. It doesn't matter because you can't mix them up anyway. Plug those up.
Why can't you?
Because this one's a 3-pin, that one's a 2, and they won't cross. All right, get those plugged in. You're gonna push them in until you hear it clicks. Just like that, you know it's in. First thing we're gonna do is get this, make sure this right here is lining up with the hole right there. And at the same time, making sure this is on the outside right there. Bam, it's in there. All right, let's get our two 8mm or 5/16 bolts or Phillips screwdriver, whichever we want to use. And let's get in there and bolt these up. 1, 2, and last but not least, we got our little clips right here. Now you're gonna see the clip, the one that's got a little indentation right there, opening, that goes to the bottom of the hole. Put that in there, snap it into place. Start from the top, bring it down, snap it into place. We are good. Let's get our tools from out of here.
There's tools in the front too.
I don't care about those.
You're good at forgetting your tools.
All right, close down the hatch. All right, let's try our door one more time. You gotta pull out on the latch to close it. Other than that, you go to close it, it won't. Pull out on the latch, close it. Perfect. Open it back up. Perfect. That is a great job. Yeah, boy. All right. Close this up. We'll be right back.
All right, another job well done.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, let's give him his moment. So today we had a 2008 Honda Odyssey, and the right side sliding door roller had broken.
It did, Sivvy? Sivvy,
So
that's
we
what happened?
replaced it. Also, the top roller came out, but that one wasn't broken, so we put that back together.
Hey, give another shout out to Eric the car guy.
Yeah. So that don't get me any money. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com.
Shout out to Eric the car guy. Yeah, buddy.
So email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.